Developers, this video is about Angular change detection strategies. So what is change detection? Change detection is a core concept in Angular that ensures the UI stays in sync with the data model. Okay, so it is built-in Angular feature, and Angular provides two change detection strategies. First one is default and second one is on push. In default strategy, every component is checked in every change detection cycle, and there is no manual control needed for change detection. It is ideal for small apps but inefficient for large apps due to unnecessary checks. Okay. And second one is on push. It is used for performance optimization by skipping the unnecessary checks. And Angular skips the change detection for a component unless the component's input properties change, or an event is triggered inside the component, or mark for check. This method is explicitly called to inform Angular about a change. Okay, so let's discuss it with some code. Okay, so here let's create a local counter. Okay, and here let's create a button. Button to update local counter. Update counter. Okay, so now let's make a click method. Click is equals to update counter with delay. With delay. Okay. And the button name is update counter after delay. Update counter after delay. Okay. So now we have created the button. Now what we need to do? Let's define it within the component file. Once the button is clicked, what we need to do? We need to update the counter. This dot counter. This dot counter plus plus. Okay. And let's declare the counter variable. Okay. And let's initialize to 0 first. Okay. So now let's check the UI. How is it looking? Okay. So now what is left? We need to do interpolation here. Local counter. Okay, and here we will write this variable. So this is called interpolation. Okay. So let's move to UI. Currently it is 0. Okay. Okay. For let's suppose we need to suppose we are putting it in the set timeout function. Okay. Update counter with delay. Here we will put set timeout. Okay. Here we are adding this dot counter plus plus. We are putting 2000 second delay. Okay. So after 2 seconds, the counter will be incremented by 1. Okay. Increments the counter after a 2 seconds delay. Increments the counter by 1. after 2 seconds delay. Okay. So now let's go to UI. So currently it is 0 and let's click on the button. So after 2 seconds it is updated to 1. Click. Okay. Then we again click it. Then after 2 seconds it will get 2. Okay. So this is the default strategy. Okay. This is the default change detection strategy. So here every component is checked in every change detection cycle and no manual control needed for change detection. Okay. So now, okay, but we do not want it to check it every time. Okay, because it will utilize the CPU time and performance issues. Okay. So let's implement it using the on push change detection strategy. Okay. So here, write change detection. Okay. Detection strategy dot on push. Okay. So this change detection strategy is automatically imported from Angular core. Okay. So now it uses the on push strategy. So what it is doing, it uses the on push strategy to optimize the performance by checking for changes only when input changes are there. Okay. It uses the on push strategy to optimize the performance by checking for the changes only when input changes or manually triggered. Okay. I will show you how we manually trigger it. Okay. So now in the constructor, so here we have imported the on push strategy. So let's move to the UI. If we are clicking on the update button, so we can see that the local counter is not updated. But why? Because we have already discussed Angular skips the chain detection for a component unless the component's input properties change, an event is triggered inside the component, or mark for check is explicitly called to inform Angular about a change. Okay. So what we have observed, we need to implement mark for check to inform the Angular about a change, because Angular does not know about a change. Counter is updated, but Angular doesn't know about this. This is why we need to use mark for check method here to know Angular about a change, because now we are using change it on push change detection strategy. So we need to use mark for checked to know inform Angular about a change. Okay. So if we click on again, now it is showing. Okay. If we click it again, showing. Now we have clicked it again. So now it is not updating. Okay. So for this, we need to use mark for change, mark for check method. So let's implement it. So in the constructor, we need to use private here of, we will use chain detection ref. Okay. So we have injected chain detection ref and it is also imported automatically. We can see it here. Okay. So inject chain detection ref to manually trigger chain detection. Okay. In on push mode. Okay. Fine. So here we will use this dot cdr dot markup check. Okay. So now we will say it is working fine. Let's click on update counter. Now it is updated to 1. Click it again. It is updated to 2. Click it again. After 2 seconds, it will be updated to 3. Okay, so now it is working fine. Okay. So what we have observed, change detection won't occur automatically because set timeout operates outside the Angular zone. Okay, so for that we need to use markup check method. Okay, inside chain detection ref. Okay, so this is the concept of chain detection strategies in Angular.